hanging out here in my project studio. My feet are literally, you can't see them, they're up on my desk, literally just kind of kicking it for a minute here. Everything in our external world seems to be swirling around. This has been a crazy week with the election, if you're watching any of that stuff. If not, maybe that's better. I commend you. Only digest what you think you should digest right now. Our outer worlds have been in a massive swarm of chaos for quite some time now, and that seems to be escalating. But our inner world, we're in charge of that. Right? We are in charge of our inner life and our inner world. And for us to be able to live grounded and centered, sometimes we need to create sacred space for ourselves. What is sacred space? Sacred space to me is the state of being that I am in the deepest connection with my deepest parts, which are good and light and divine and healing and flowing, and they're connected to God. They are connected to my purpose. They are connected to other people. That's the sacred space that is needed right now, I think, for a lot of us. And so this week, you may find yourself right now in a state of panic. Your breathing is short. There's concern about how the next few weeks are going to play out for our country, for our world. And even outside of that whole mess of the election, I'm talking about just the reality of the culture and the life that we live. This isn't anything new for us. It's just, I think this month, what we're seeing is a heightened awareness of what's happening. So I want to encourage you. I want to draw you in. I want to create a practice today of creating sacred space. And I want you to join me. So before we begin, take a big, deep cleansing breath. Get your body in a place where you're ready to receive something and where you're ready to be, right? So maybe this is not a moment to be on Twitter and texting. Maybe just stop for just a minute. Just please give yourself 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes with me today. We're going to breathe together. We're going to create sacred space together. Here we go. I want to teach us a mantra today to help us create sacred space wherever we are at. And it starts with acknowledging the light that we have within and the fact that we are light. And so if you would with me, close your eyes and imagine the flickering flame of a candle. That candle is your light, is your sacred light. It's been there since the day you were born. It's been there since you were conceived in your mother's womb. That candle and that flame is good and it's pure and it burns bright. And the more we give attention to that light within, to that candle, to that flickering flame, the more we can acknowledge and see light in our outer world. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine that light with me right now and just simply be and breathe. And I'm going to teach you a mantra. Everything is filled with sacred light. 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 If you lose focus, just regain that image of the candle, of the flickering flame that is within you, the light, the life, the divine light. Return. I know some of you might now be trying to argue in your heads and saying, no, Ben, not everything is filled with sacred light. There's a lot of bad in the world. It's true. But the origins are good and beautiful and light in life. And so return back to that central image of the light within and sing it with me.
Everything is filled with sacred light. 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 Oh, 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 oh.
So this week, as you're experiencing levels of anxiety that might go from here to here, up here, when you catch yourself in the middle of it and your head is spinning and your outer world is doing this, remember to create sacred space for your inner world, so you can reconnect to that which is truly you, your inner light. You are good. Remember. Peace be with you, my friends. Go share this video with a friend who you think might need it, who's maybe experiencing a little anxiety this week. Make it part of your rhythm to do this on a regular basis. Peace.
Everything is filled with sacred light. Everything is filled with sacred light. Everything is filled with sacred light. Everything is filled with sacred light.